Do you guys know what I really miss a lot? SpongeBob and PlayStation games. Like when I was little, I would always want to get like a new game with SpongeBob in it, or just any of my favorite cartoon characters in general. I mean, that's what kind of led up to like me, owning these games right here. The Nicktoons crossover franchise, Unite, Battle of Volcano Island, Attack of the Toy Bots, and Globs of Doom, right? But my childhood was mainly focused on SpongeBob a lot because he was like one of my favorite cartoons, one of my favorite cartoon characters at the time. Like I just freaking loved SpongeBob as a kid. I still love him to this day. Now, the show may have gone downhill a lot recently, but I still like to go back and watch like some episodes that are like on YouTube. It's a good thing to pass the time because I really like going back and watching my old franchises, the franchises I used to love. But I was thinking, about doing like a SpongeBob SquarePants game series at a point. I mean, I got the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game right here. I got the friggin' attack battle for Bikini Bottom game. I believe Creature from the Krusty Krab. I'm hoping to God I still have that game because that was like my very first SpongeBob game ever. If I don't, I'm getting another copy because that was my shit. And the other one I just had up here, Atlantis Square Pantis, based on the TV special episode itself, which was actually a surprisingly great game. It had different variations of levels of things that you can do. It was like a mini game, video game, but it had lots and lots of variation of levels, and it was freaking amazing. Now, some levels actually repeated, but not as much, really, a lot, because there's like a first person freaking camera taking special level and everything. But I want to go back and review a game that I haven't played in a long time, but I still remember like almost every damn thing about it. And that's this game that me and my sister used to play on PC. SpongeBob SquarePants, Lights, Camera, Pants. This game, we used to play this a lot. I mean, a lot. I mean, we wasted a lot of our time like on like our mom's PC back at our old house, and it was. Now we did have. I'm pretty sure we still have Battle for Bikini Bottom on PC, which I thought was like a great version of that game as well. Um, Even though it was completely different, it was still pretty cool. And there was Employee of the Month, which I believe was made in the same format as Lights Camera Pants because it was point and click and for going place to place, whatever. So, but I want to review Lights Camera Pants because it's like my favorite, and y'all are gonna see in a minute why. So the basic premise of Lights Camera Pants is SpongeBob going to audition for like a new Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy episode, right? Like an audition, right? But the thing is, they didn't really get enough actors for that, and SpongeBob's literally the only one that's auditioned. So SpongeBob has to go and find other characters throughout the series. Like I'm talking about your personal favorites. I'm talking about Patrick, Mr. Krabs, even Plankton. Yeah, even fucking Plankton, Sandy. And we get to then we also get like other characters as well. Even like there's I don't want to spoil this because it's pretty insane, but let's say there's a part of the game where you can go back into prehistoric time. Like remember that prehistoric time episode where it was where it had SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. in like, caveman days, like you can go back to that time of the game, which is freaking awesome. Um, sorry, sorry that I had to spoil that, but it's just so cool, and it kind of leads up to trying to do that. Um, but what's really great about this game is, I feel like what's great, like, it's a point and click adventure, okay? So you can't really expect to do much in it. Now, I'm sure there's some mini game type stuff, and there are like a couple mini puzzles here and there. And there, like, again, there are some mini games which are pretty fun to play. I mean, you can actually go back and do like the ones, those which I actually replayed. But there's a point in the game where but you have to be really smart about some things here and there. Like, there's a point in the game where you'll actually get lost, and you have to figure out where to go. Now, there's a thing that tells you where to go, because again, this is a kids game, rated E for everyone. So, yeah, but still, it's pretty cool. I really like the point and click adventure. I think it fits for a Spongebob game. I cannot imagine what Telltale Games would do if they got their hands on freaking Spongebob. They would pull the Minecraft story mode treatment. I'm not even kidding. But Lights Camera Pants, I think what was the charm of it, I think what really got out of the enjoyment and what made it worth it, was when we got enough actors. Like you don't have to get every single character to get the episode. As long as somebody fits a role, as long as somebody has a role to play, there's most of the characters that you pick up are mostly revolved around one character that they can play. But there are a few other characters like SpongeBob and Patrick that can actually play as different other characters, which is really unique, and I really like that, and also some cool replayability. When you actually get to the episode thing, it actually feels worth it when you give it your first try. Like, you worked your ass off so hard to get everybody involved, done all these tasks and everything, and it actually feels really worth it once you get to it. Yes, it's silly. The episode is pretty silly, but then again, like, come on. But yeah, and once you get like every character in a role, and like every character in that one certain role, and everyone else's too, it feels pretty cool. So much variation because of how these characters speak in this scene, and you're kind of wondering who is the better actor, and it's really, really cool. And I think what really got to me really is, again, you don't have to get everybody in it, but you can. That is what I did. Right after I did the episode for the first time, I was like, I feel like I remember me doing, going back through it just so I can get all the other characters to see like what would happen if they get into it as well. And I feel like that was awesome, and I felt like that getting every character was really, really cool, and seeing how everybody fitted this one role and this other one too. It was really cool. I don't remember exactly how the episode things work, but if I really remember, I do know certain characters that play here and there, but I don't really want to. I'm kind of glad though, because I don't want to spoil too much for the game, just so y'all can get into it. I feel like y'all should give it a try yourselves. And as a SpongeBob game, it works. As a point-and-click SpongeBob game, getting all these characters involved, and actually getting to the making of that episode with everybody in certain roles. You can even put in like props as well and everything. And when to get the actual episode that you have everybody acted out in and everything, it's pretty cool. Like, I'm like, every time I go through it, it's like a whole new different experience. It's like a role-playing game, just with different characters roles switched out. And I think that's what kind of got me into role switching, because I kind of did that a lot, like reimagining like what this character was in this character role. Like I used to do that a lot with Resident Evil back then. Um, uh, Nothing really else to say about Lights, Camera, Pants on the PC. Like it's a point-and-click adventure game. Has a really simple premise, and you actually get to do, you know, some like there are some mini games. Like there's a freaking the very first mini game you run into is freaking checkers. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest. At the time when I played this for the first time, me and my family were pretty addicted to checkers. And now that I'm kind of into strategy games a bit more, and I'm really into it, like Civilization. I really like to go back and play this game just for checkers, okay? Because that was just so challenging. I mean, yeah, maybe easy for some people because it may be easy for me now, but it's still fun to play. The mini games are still fun to play and pretty addicting at times, especially checkers one. Woo! But the mini games in this game is amazing. I really enjoy the mini games. I really enjoy the progression I was making. It's just so like you just want to keep on going. There's some about this game just want to keep going. I don't know what it is, but it's probably because I was really into SpongeBob. But at the time, I just want to continue exploring and everything. Like I'm that type of guy. So as a fan of SpongeBob, is it a perfect game? Like not really. It's simple, but there really isn't anything wrong about that. But what it does best, though, does it follow its premise? Does it follow what it does? Yeah, you literally go to like lots of parts of the series, and you do all these tasks and everything, and a lot of them make a lot of sense. Like, so if I had to really say anything about it, as a fan of SpongeBob, it's an amazing game. I do think it's an amazing game, but do I think it's a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 game? Not really, because it doesn't really do a lot of twists and turns. Or I mean, if I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, like let's say if the game took you doing like a different role, like say it did, you actually choose a storyline for that episode, right? I think if you can actually do a storyline and put different actors in, I would definitely would have gave the game a 9 out of 10, because if there were multiple storylines you can go with, plus the freaking storyline that we already got in the game, that would be amazing. I would definitely would have gave it a 9 out of 10, possibly even a 10 out of 10. Because if there were like more than like three storylines, 10 out of 10, because that would have definitely been worth it. But there's only that one storyline. I'm pretty sure you can't really change it. Again, it's been a long time since I actually played it, but I do remember this game fondly very well. I remember wasting my time on it a lot, especially with my little sister. Like we used to play it a lot. It's an amazing game, but not perfect. It really isn't. Again, like I said, if there were multiple storylines you can actually pick out for that episode, 9 to 10 out of 10 material. It all depends on how it would be. It really all depends. But again, it's a rated E for everyone game. It's SpongeBob, so who really cares if it makes any like a damn sense? But I don't know. I just really want to make this because, again, I fucking love SpongeBob. So yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants, Lights, Camera, Pants. I'm gonna give the game an 8 out of 10. It's amazing. I personally recommend it to people that love SpongeBob and really want to check this out. If you own a PC, I might actually ask you if we can play this game, because I really would love to go back and play this game. I would, okay? But I'm just giving you all my thoughts and my little review on it, because I just really like the game overall, and it's a childhood game. And regardless of what people think about it, I freaking love it. Okay. So hope you guys enjoyed it though. My review, SpongeBob Likes Camera Pants, 8 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video if y'all enjoyed it. Subscribe if y'all see more. Comment below what y'all think. And if y'all new to the channel, y'all want to see more, be sure to subscribe for more. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Survivor out.